Hello guys, we're just diving into extremely anticipated Royal Rumble of this year. This time it's so big that we got more than 10 huge mega stars in men's Royal Rumble match who are favorites to win it. Last time we had something similar, it was Royal Rumble of 2017. Plus keep in mind that we currently have the longest reigning world champion in more than 30 years. This is so colossal. So let's get right into it. Pat McAfee returns to WWE and joins commentary Michael Cole and Cody Graves. And all of a sudden, very surprisingly, standing in the center of the ring, Mike Rome announces men's Royal Rumble match right now. Men's, not women's like always before. And I understand it, the undisputed title isn't the main event, so open the show with this banger. Gunther and Sheamus run their classic back by starting the match. Give them measly 10 beats of the veteran. Doomsday joins the battle to terrorize everyone there. Gunther clothesline cross, but Karrion gave him a Doomsday Saito. Number 9. Here comes Drew McIntyre and claimers Karrion Kross out of the ring. Last SmackDown he lost to Rey Mysterio, and now he got insensibly eliminated. Here, after lasting only 4 minutes, this is class. The era of Kofi Kingston's miraculous Royal Rumble saves is over. He fails second year in a row. And under number 12 is all of a sudden Brock Lesnar comes out to bring the pain. Brutally eliminates Santos Escobar, Angelo Dawkins and Chad Gable like nothing. But he's in the ring with Sheamus, Drew McIntyre and Gunther, and these guys are not easy to eliminate. Also next number is Bobby Lashley, who spoils the party for Brock as he spears him and later clotheslines out of the ring. Brock Lesnar went irate, crushing and throwing everything around. Then attacking and giving a fight to number 14 Baron Corbin, ruthlessly choking referee, and even bunch of officials including Adam Pearce couldn't do anything about it. And this is what we love Brock for. Classic beast. And of course Corbin got eliminated by fresh Seth Rollins. Rey Mysterio didn't run out because he was attacked by his ungrateful son as always. Rollins outsmarted Bobby Lashley and eliminated him. I thought Lashley will be much longer in this match than he actually was. Only 7 minutes and 1 elimination for him. A very strange thing. Elias smashes his guitar on Gunther's back. Sheamus and Drew apply their tag team finisher to Elias and throw him out like a piece of a trash bag. Are you ready for the most surprising entrance in this match? I give you straight from 2004. Booker T from NXT comes to troll the Judgment Day and grates everybody with Spinaroonie, to then get unceremoniously thrown out by Gunther. But nonetheless, he's in such a great shape. He's so ripped, he still can wrestle. For the first time since Extreme Rules, Edge returns to spell Judgment Day for the Judgment Day and spear all 3 of them, eliminate Priest and Balor, and while trying to get Dominic out, Finn Balor grabs and illegally eliminates Edge. Of course they went to brawl through the entire rampway. Rhea Ripley appeared for the first time and kicked Edge in the gut, but this time the Grid couple came prepared, and Beth Phoenix speared Ripley like a cockroach. The biggest man in WWE, Almas, joins the match and gets a chop from Gunther with absolutely no effect and choke slams him on the mat. And right after that, next is another giant. Monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman, confronts Almas and after a little exchange of strikes clotheslines Almas out of the ring. Strowman made a giant statement. Gunther tried to get McIntyre out, but Sheamus saved him and pulled him back. But a little bit later, McIntyre tried to do the same thing for Sheamus, but this time Gunther tossed them both out and eliminated them. Logan Paul returns for the first time since Crown Jewel to give us a couple of highlights. And of course, only one entrant left, and we all know who it is. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Cody Rhodes triumphantly returns, straight from hell after gruesome injury. He's doing it very solemnly, very slowly. He's always thinking. He drops Austin with a diving cutter, sends Dominic to Crossroads, and takes out that trash. And how could we not get a highlight of the whole Royal Rumble match? It was a unique spot where Ricochet and Logan Paul jumped from their respective aprons and collided with a double splash in the center of the ring. I had never seen that. This is history, it was fantastic. This spot is just destined for a gif. Rhodes barely but nonetheless tossed meat muscle Braun Strowman out. And after Rollins' curb stomp, Rhodes eliminated Austin Theory. Rollins and Rhodes were working together against Gunther, but out of nowhere Logan Paul, who never got eliminated, like a smart snake, throws the Visionary out of the match. Maybe this is a signal that we'll see them one-on-one at WrestleMania. But Cody very easily crossroads and eliminates Paul. And yes, 1000 times yes. Only 2 men left, and it's time for the final one-on-one showdown between Gunther and Cody Rhodes. Number 1 and number 30 gave us an absolute classic of this great sport. It literally was a long, intensive one-on-one match between two masters of the ring. Gunther gave so many chops to Cody's pectoral zone, but the American Nightmare was still overcoming the pressure. No one could eliminate anyone. They absolutely fought to the point of exhaustion, to the last breath. Rhodes shattered Gunther's WrestleMania dreams by making his balls soft-boiled, then got powerbombed, jumped right into the chop, but when Walter tried his last symphony, Cody reversed it into crossroads, with help of acceleration finally eliminated the Ring General, thus of course winning this Royal Rumble match. Everyone was thinking about this return a long time ago, then those vignettes, and without any surprise announcing his return, just coming under number 30 and beautifully winning that thing. He's so smooth in the ring, he's calculating everything he does, he's always thinking, he's really extremely skilled and talented. The point is that he's that good, that even when there's no surprise, he's still credible for all of this, and it feels real, so he deserves it. But I can't forget about Gunther being the complete Iron Man, lasting 1 hour, 11 minutes and 40 seconds, and setting a record for 30-man Rumble. Without him, this match wouldn't be the masterpiece that it was. Also, this final showdown reminded me of Royal Rumble 2007, where The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels fought long until the very end. This is how you do it. All hail Mount Dew. The scariest one, the mystical one, pitch black match is here, where LA Knight comes to the ring, being absolutely terrified and unprepared, as then Bray Wyatt walks through the arena, very slowly and looking creepy, and even creepier after the bell rang. And I get it, he's showing his true colors, he's the face of fear. This is just a match with no count out and no DQ, but with the specific backlight. Wyatt was mauling LA Knight, but the megastar at least smashed him through the announce table. And even though LA Knight was trying his best to fight back with a kendo stick, he was still behind Wyatt's devastating attacks, and eventually Bray caught and smashed LA Knight with his sister Abigail, and quickly pinned him to pick up the win with authority. But it wasn't enough for Bray, as he continued to aggressively hunt LA Knight, where the latter tried to defend himself with a kendo stick, but there was no effect on Wyatt. He's once again become an unkillable monster. So, he put LA Knight to sleep with a torturous mandible claw, and then there was Uncle Howdy, who jumped cringefully from the top like a drunkie, with a pyro, at the end. Good night, sweet prince. And also all Firefly Funhouse characters appeared on the top, and it means that Firefly Funhouse is not gone away. Let's talk about Roman's championship match. The champion Bianca Belair, who just reached 300 days of her generic reign, defends against evil Alexa Bliss, who recently turned full heel. It was a big grudge match, where they lashed out on each other right after the bell rang. Everything that was happening was intensive and aggressive, but nonetheless there were no wow moments, or fake endings. Bianca just managed to lift Alexa for KOD and pick up the win. Just 7 minutes and one finisher and it's over. It felt like a match from a house show, really. Bianca Belair doesn't change at all, and her reign has been boring for a long time already, while Alexa's character is drastically changing, and she needs a push. Uncle Howdy somehow recovered and sent a message to Bliss once again. Women's Royal Rumble match is on its way, let's go. Rhea Ripley, who already got her ass kicked tonight, starts the match from number 1 Liv Morgan. Shayna Baszler slides into the ring to torture everyone limb by limb. Then under number 6 is the leader of Damage Control, Sneaky Bayley. Very surprisingly, even the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez appeared in this Rumble match and performed a beautiful Hurricane Rana, but out of nowhere got kicked out of the ring by Damage Control. Natalya returned for vengeance after a broken nose from Shayna Baszler. One more woman from NXT, Zoe Stark. Becky Lynch is out for blood after being viciously assaulted inside a steel cage on last Raw by Damage Control, and still getting outnumbered and beaten, but later picking them all apart, eliminating Kai and Sky, but getting thrown out by Bayley from behind after taking advantage, and they all went to brawl far far away. Meanwhile, Asuka enters the match, with now obviously some sinister side behind it. It's a heel turn tease. Doudrop returns, and she's now Piper Niven. Arrogant and insolent Chelsea Green runs into the fray to get quickly removed from the match in 5 seconds by Rhea Ripley. Congrats on the record. Even The Undertaker's wife, Michelle McCool, straight from the front row crowd, participated in this battle. One more participant from NXT, Indy Hartwell, looks to impress and shock everyone. And I present to you Botch of the Year. Only number 30 left, and before the 10-second count begins, Nia Jax's song starts playing, and she is the final entrant. But why in the hell would you bring her back? She is a terrible wrestler, dangerous worker, processed material, which doesn't belong here anymore. And then all 11 other women ganged up on her. But it wasn't easy, and she powerfully pushed them all back. Had a confrontation with Raquel Rodriguez. Then everybody started to slowly pick her apart one by one. Ripley first failed to lift her, but later barely but managed to riptide her. So everybody tossed her out for bye-bye. And at least she has not signed with WWE. It was a one-time appearance. Thanks for that. Rhea Ripley eliminates Michelle McCool and smiles about it. Raquel drops Piper Niven from the apron with the big boot, and right after tries to Hana bomb on Ripley, but Ripley outsmarts eliminates her to smile more. The conclusion between final three was very intense, as Asuka missed her mist, meant for Ripley but damaged Morgan, and there Ripley took advantage to get Asuka out, to smile more and more. And then the final two were number 1 and number 2, where Liv hit Codebreaker and Ripley was barely hanging. But on a second breath, eliminated Liv Morgan with a crazy Hurricane Rana out of nowhere. And it means winning the whole Royal Rumble for the ultimate smile. Despite what she does to men when helping the Judgment Day, it's only those men's fault that they don't attack her back. And in women's division, she's the fastest rising star and the best heel right now. So there couldn't be a better winner at the moment. And as we know, she chose Charlotte Flair, and considering the rich history, it's the only right choice. And I think she's ready, and they need to pull the trigger on her. In the ring, country rock artist Jeff Hardy sang his and Royal Rumble's theme song Sold Out, and Solo Sikoa did not attack him. And let's get the enormous main event for the Undisputed Championship, where Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns look to take their legendary rivalry to the next level. I forgot to say that Roman told Sami to stay with him the whole night, so Roman comes out with Paul Heyman and Sami himself. Roman Reigns is seriously considering Sami Zayn a snake in the grass, and that's why he doesn't take his attention away from Sami. It wasn't mostly about wrestling, it was about interactions between them all. There should have been a reason why this match is in the main event. This is a high drama. Roman Reigns slowly, deliberately, was brutalizing Owens. Everything he was doing was intelligent and with a purpose. He was the man on a mission. Kevin Owens botched his flip splash by attempting to jump off the ropes, and Reigns saved Owens from potential injury by quickly rolling towards the ring post and letting Owens to land on his back. It demonstrates how intelligent in the ring Roman Reigns is. He's exceptional in ring IQ, and for that mistake Roman made him pay and smashed him with a spear for Owens to kick out. Old Faithful referee goes down. Owens hits pop-up powerbomb for no one to count. How many times have we seen this? 23 times? Yes. Reigns gives the low blow, demands Sami to give him a steel chair, but Zayn looks conflicted and barely does it. And it allows Kevin to reverse and hit the stunner for Reigns to kick out with for free. Owens managed to escape the loss after the second spear. Outside the ring, Sami tells Kevin to stay down, and Reigns viciously puts him through the barricade with another spear. Later drives him into the steel steps right on his back, twice. This is career-threatening damage, and in the ring he disrespectfully slaps him many times, and spears him for the 4th time to of course retain the Undisputed Championship. And you've seen nothing yet. There is a huge reason it's the main event. The match is over, but the gargantuan storyline rolls on. The entire bloodline joins the ring, and Jay tries to welcome Sami into the family, but Roman is not down with that yet. And after all that damage from the match, Roman Reigns didn't feel enough and decided to murder Kevin Owens, and gave the order to the Usos and Sikoa to maliciously beat him unconscious, handcuff him, and destroy him more and more, over and over. Super kick, party! Reigns attempted to deliver the final steel chair shot, but Sami got in his way and told that he doesn't have to do this, so Roman demanded Sami to do that instead. Zayn was very conflicted. Roman poked him up with lack of respect, turned his back, and for everything Reigns has done, Sami Zayn snapped and pulled the ultimate trigger by crushing Roman's back with the steel chair shot. This right here is the moment of the year. Sami Zayn's face turned. Jimmy got angry and attacked Zayn. So did Sikoa and of course Reigns. But, Jay refused to attack Sami, and he even walked away on the bloodline. Reigns smashed Sami with multiple chair shots, and the bloodline left them laying lifeless. Narrative is over, and now I give my thoughts. No doubt at all, it's the best storyline in decades. This whole thing started in 2020, when Jey Uso feuded with Roman. Then after last WrestleMania, almost 1 year ago, Sami Zayn joined the fray. And it's still going on little by little. And a drastic plot twist happened tonight. The bloodline is quickly falling apart. This might be the beginning of their end. And questions are, what is Jey Uso going to do next? What are plans for Sami Zayn at WrestleMania? I think Jey will stay side by side with his brother, but will not be loyal to Roman anymore. But I would like to see him to turn completely on his abusive family. As for Sami, I don't in the hell want him to go for tag team titles with Kevin Owens. He's a masterpiece on the microphone. One of the most loyal workers in this company. People support him and chant his name without a break. Deserves a place in the main event of WrestleMania 39 for the undisputed championship in a triple threat match. That's what I stand for. Roman Reigns once again reminded everyone how deceitful and treacherous he is, and he needs to get punished and put down for it already. What can I say? Belair vs Bliss and Wyatt vs LA Knight were definitely terrible matches, but Royal Rumbles were awesome, with needful winners. And the main event match was bad technically, but the conclusion drastically pulled off everything. This is how you tell the long story, and it's still far from over. For those who wanted The Rock, why is he needed here? What can he do about all of this? He does not fit here at all. There is the juice going on without him. It's very rare, almost never, but this is nothing short of perfecto. And I give 10 out of 10, despite those two awful matches. At least, they saved our time for other better things from this show. Thanks for anything. See you yesterday. Shaki daki quack quack.